This CodeSmith Insight feature video will be over prioritizing feedback. Prioritizing your feedback is important because it allows CodeSmith Insight to shape a view of what your users want or need the most. There are three primary mechanisms for prioritizing cases. 1. Manually merging cases together. 2. Automatically stacking errors as they enter the system. And 3. Having users vote for existing cases instead of creating additional duplicates. Let's take a look at these. Merging cases. CodeSmith Insight allows for cases to be arranged in a single-level hierarchy of parents and children. We refer to assigning child cases as merging or stacking. While you are navigating through items in a view, the system is automatically searching for similar cases on the right with the auto search. If you see a duplicate, it's as easy as dragging it over and stacking them together. This causes the two cases to become merged, meaning that the case that was dropped becomes a child of the one that was in the search, the parent. You can then create views that sort by cases with the most occurrences, or children. This provides you with a crystal clear view of what your users need or want the most. But this merging is not only done manually by a user. The system itself has the ability to stack errors. Error stacking. The CodeSmith Insight client sends crash reports to the system with information about exceptions thrown in your application. Regardless of whether the exception was unhandled or caught, the CodeSmith Insight server will process these reports on arrival in the system. If it is determined that the crash report is a duplicate of an exception that has already been logged in the system, then it will automatically stack those crash reports together. This means that not only are your errors being stacked and their respective report counts automatically being incremented, but also it ensures that your inbox views will never be cluttered with lists of duplicate reports. Here we can see two examples of these stacked crash reports. The first is a type exception error that was being thrown out of a web application. We can see that the very first case being reported has become the parent case, and all subsequent cases were automatically stacked as children. So here the parent has its list of 9 different child cases, and if we choose to open any of these, we can see that they have no children, but they have a parent of the case we were just looking at. So again, we can see this with another exception here, the oopsies something jacked up exception, which, if we look at the exception information, was an invalid operation exception. And it too is a parent case that has 9 children. Again, we can look at any one of these and see that they have no children. They are merely children of the parent case we were just referring to. So this error stacking is an automatic benefit of using CodeSmith Insight to log your errors. Vote for cases. Unlike other systems, CodeSmith Insight makes it dead simple to prioritize your cases, even going so far as to allow your users to prioritize them for you. When using the Insight WinForms client, users have access to a dialog that allows them to search for existing cases. If they find a similar case, they can select it, add any details or comments they wish, and then submit a vote for that case. Voting for that case will then add their comments and vote count to that case without creating any additional new cases. By voting for these existing similar cases instead of creating duplicates, it helps keep your system clean and organized, as well as helps keep your data prioritized. That concludes this CodeSmith Insight feature video over prioritizing feedback. We hope you found it to be both helpful and informative. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for additional videos, please visit us at codesmithinsight.com. My name is Tom DuPont. Thank you very much for using Insight.